Well, I am so excited to have here with me today Wendy Hamilton. She is the Chief Development Officer at Girl Scouts Spirit of Nebraska. Wendy, thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you for having me.
Um, we talked a year ago. A year ago, like you said, I think you said March 5th.
Yep.
Just a few weeks before the pandemic hit, and we were talking about Art Venture. And that's what we're going to talk about today. But let's just briefly kind of over the last year, can we just go back for a year and talk for maybe 30 seconds to a minute about kind of what happened last year?
Whew. Well, we didn't know what we didn't know, right? I was just reflecting on my last sort of public appearance interview was with you. So
Yeah.
I remember it well that I spoke with you about how we were just a couple of weeks away from our annual fundraising event, which is Art Venture, which is a beloved program that pairs Girl Scouts with professional artists, where they create original works of art in every sort of medium you can think of. I actually have some here on my own work from home space, and I remember at that time, this was March 5th of last year, and I remember hearing about coronavirus and COVID-19, and it was really just kind of water cooler talk. And I remembered having the interview with you and thinking, oh, Art Venture is most definitely still going to happen. It's going to take place. And I was chatting with some of your other interviewees in the lobby, and they were preparing for their events and their productions. And it was 1 week later exactly that the world shut down.
Yeah.
And then my organization, Girl Scout Spirit of Nebraska, had 10 days, I think 10 or 11 days to quite literally, this word is a little overused, but I also love it, to pivot and transition our event to entirely virtual. And here we are now, and we have a completely virtual fundraising event because the show must go on.
Absolutely. And I will say too, I mean, here we are a year later. I love this event. I mean, I absolutely love this event. So let's just talk. Yeah. How is it different this year? Yeah. And like you said, you kind of explained what it is, which is amazing. So how's it different this year? And what I want people to do is register, go online, bid, whatever they need to do to support Girl Scouts. And also, this is just a great event.
Thank you. So a couple of key things make it different this year. First of all, one thing that remains the same is Art Venture is Girl Scout Spirit of Nebraska's only fundraising event of the year. And that's why this year, really, truly, more than ever, it is really critical that we bring in these fundraising dollars to support Girl Scouting, keep Girl Scouting going strong. It's no surprise that it has been a challenging year for organizations like Girl Scouts. It's been a difficult and interesting year. So that remains the same. Second thing that makes it totally different, virtual is the key word. So no in-person celebration, but we are celebrating virtually online. Second thing that makes it different is it's one statewide celebration. In previous years, we would have had two celebrations, one in the Omaha area, one in Lincoln. This year, we'll have one statewide celebration. It will be it opens April 22nd, and then on April 24th, we'll have a grand finale live stream event, which I think we'll talk about a little bit more in a second. And then the third thing, which I'm going to do a little bit of a spoiler alert here, is instead of one of the things that Art Venture, both Omaha and Lincoln events were really well known for was the food. We had this wonderful atmosphere of delightful, delicious food and beverage. Well, we wanted to give our audience, our attendees, that same experience. And so this year you can enhance your at-home experience by purchasing what we're calling these tasting boxes. Okay. So we have paired Girl Scout cookies with your choice of craft beer, wine, or mocktails And we've partnered with Zipline and Moran's to help us pair these with Catering Creations is back as our partner, which we love. And you can purchase these. We have 3 different tiers of tasting boxes, which you can order, and you can pick them up on April 24th, and you can enjoy these delicious snacks, appetizers, this wonderful food, and you can still kind of have that art venture experience while you're bidding on your favorite works of art. We've also got some experience packages, and you can kind of still have a little bit of that unique art venture experience. So register, bid, get yourselves ready, and buy your tasting box.
That's so much fun. I had no idea. Sometimes I come on and do these interviews and I don't really know that is so fun. I'm so excited.
Yeah.
To hear about that. Okay. Awesome.
Yeah. So we were saying that, last year we didn't know what we didn't know. This year we knew we had to do something virtual. And so it's kind of fun to experiment. We've been doing Art Venture. This is our 17th year. And it is kind of fun to be able to explore and experiment in this new environment. It's a little scary. I'll be very honest. We haven't done this before. So we're really hoping that this is something that resonates with our audience, both our old friends, but also with Girl Scouts, we hope to make new friends. That's one of our traditional sayings. So go online, register to be a bidder. It's always free to register. You do have to have a credit card, because if you win an item, we need you to pay for that. And then you have the option to upgrade or enhance your experience by buying these tasting boxes. So auction opens on Thursday, April 22nd at 7 a.m. And then we hope you'll join us Saturday, April 24th at 7 p.m. for our grand finale live stream event, which will be hosted by Camry Sylvie, who's from Lincoln's 1011 Now. She's going to be the most fabulous, charismatic MC. Our live stream event is just going to be 45 minutes. We know everybody's tired of sitting in front of their computer, but grab your tasting box, sit down, watch your bids, and the auction will close by 8 p.m. on Saturday, April 24th. And we just hope that we have a really successful event that will support our girls all across the state. This year, we really, really need the support.
Yeah.
Our girls need it, and we hope everybody shows up for us.
Okay, so it's a live streamed grand finale on the 24th.
Right.
People can start bidding on the 22nd, and then start bidding on the pieces of art,
right?
And all that good stuff. So, and then you talked about the tasting boxes, which I think is so fun. And who doesn't love Girl Scout cookies?
Right.
So do you go online and then you order your tasting box?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Right. You go, so everything's all on the same site.
Okay.
You can register to be a bidder, which again, there's no cost just to be a bidder. But if you want to, I keep saying, enhance your art venture experience,
sure,
you can select to buy one of our tasting boxes. There's 3 levels. There's a $40 box, which again, you can select a craft beer, a red or a white wine, or a mocktail. Then there's a $75 tasting box, again, which is craft beer, wine, or mocktail. Or there's the VIP level, which comes with, that's it's like a heat and eat appetizers from Catering Creations.
Okay.
These are all from Catering Creations.
Yeah.
And then again, craft beer, wine, or mocktails. You select your beverage to go with it, and each of them comes expertly paired with different flavored Girl Scout cookies. And you'll have a rating sheet, just like you would if you were going to do a tasting, a beer and cookie tasting, or wine and cookie tasting. Because we're doing it right.
Yeah. So can people register now? Can we?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So can register now, and then the thing is, on the 22nd, that's when we can start bidding on art.
Yes, actually, you will, once you're a registered bidder, you will get a text message at 7 a.m. So if you're a light sleeper, maybe turn your ringer off. You'll get a unique bidder link. You'll get that texted to you. You can also, it'll be emailed to you as well.
Right.
So you can either do your bidding on your email, you can do it on your phone. You'll get a unique link that's just for you. You can keep your eye on certain works of art. You can set a max bid on something if you like. We also have what we're calling experience packages. So if you think about basket items, it's kind of like that, but instead of stuff because we're virtual. We have experiences. So
Right.
for example, we do have like a Husker experience, but instead of it being like a hoodie and like a, you know, a Tervis tumbler, it'll be like tickets and you know, maybe, well, there's a surprise item coming.
Okay.
But experiences rather than basket raffle items. But we've worked really hard to curate these very unique experiences, which is, again, it's unique to Art Venture because this is a very unique year.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Wendy, I just want to thank you so much for joining me today. I'm excited for this event, so I'm going to get online after we get done with this interview, and register and register for an experience. So again, just excited. You know, so many exciting things going on in Omaha. Girl Scouts, Spirit of Nebraska, doing so much for the community, and I just want to thank you and your organization for everything you do. So thank you.
Thank you, Andy. You've always been such a good supporter of Art Venture, and I think it's people, businesses, supporters like you that really understand why Art Venture is so meaningful to us and our girls and these opportunities. So thank you for having me in this virtual environment and for understanding and all your support over the years.
You're welcome. And I will see you on the 24th, April 24th.
Yay, thank you.
Thank you, and we'll be right back. Well, welcome everyone. I am so happy to be here with Kathy David. She is the media consultant and website developer for the Omaha Public Schools Foundation. Thank you for joining me again, Kathy. Good to see you.
Yes, it's good to see you too. You had us last winter, I guess.
Yeah.
To talk a little bit about our event coming up.
And here it is. I mean, it's happening April 17th. So and it's raising funds, awareness for the Omaha Public Schools Foundation. So let's just talk about that first and tell me kind of what's going on in the mission.
Well, the Omaha Public Schools Foundation, was founded by teachers, and they were, with I think a small donation of like $1,700, but they basically they are governed by a board of directors, and the executive director there is Toba Cohen-Dunning.
Mm-hmm.
And their mission is to support the teachers and students of the Omaha Public Schools. And so they fund programs for teachers, teacher grants. We have a teacher grant program where the teachers can apply for grants, and they fund student scholarships, and they will, help with field trips, transportation, these kinds of things. We have quite a few community partners where we're working with, like the Rose Theater and Fontenelle Forest, on programs that benefit our students of the Omaha Public Schools. So
in Omaha Public Schools, I mean, that's like from kindergarten or through 12th grade. It just
Yes, they have 7 high schools, and they're building a new high school as well. And we have the Omaha Public Schools Foundation also administers the Kids Club program, so the before and after school programs for the elementary students in 40 some schools throughout the district. So
yeah. And as we talked about, in the winter last fall, I mean, this has been a year unlike any other year where everybody has had to make adjustments. And I mean, the school systems in itself, needing to keep engaging students, throughout the year and kind of going through a lot of stuff. So, I mean, it's so important. It's so important to really understand what you do and how you help the community and the kids that are in the system. So,
and supporting those teachers who have worked so hard. I mean, like you said, a year like no other with the virtual, learning, and our kids clubs were actually shut down for quite a period of time, and but are now back up and running in the schools, which is great. But yes, those teachers, just what they went through with, the remote learning as well as the in-person learning, and sometimes simultaneously. So, we are about any kind of support we can give them.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, the good news is we've got, you've had the virtual wine experience. So it's a virtual event this year.
Yes.
Vin, Nebraska. Vin, Nebraska, I know has had different charities associated with it, but it's been with the Omaha Public Schools Foundation for several years. So let's just talk about the event and when it is and how people can enjoy it.
Yes, it's a great event. It's really different this year. I mean, they've always held in-person, 2-night in-person events. This year, it'll be 1 night. And we're doing it's virtually, working with One Cause. And also, we have engaged a videographer to help us. V2 Content is helping us put together our virtual program. And it will consist of some pre-recorded video, and we have some great interviews with our supporters and with our board members and with some of our students. The Career Center students actually helped us film some of the the interviews as well, so which was really fun. And then we have the real highlight of the evening are the wine tastings. So our participants will be breaking out into Zoom breakout rooms, and they'll be meeting with our featured vintners. We have 30-some vintners participating this year, and they will conduct their wine tastings within those breakout rooms.
Oh my gosh, that's fun.
It's really fun. The sponsors will all receive the wine in advance, and some charcuterie to go along with that. Hy-Vee's going to cater that for us. And we've sold some 30 tables or 30, sponsors. We have some 30 sponsors on board, which will be great. And they will all be inviting guests, and some will have, host people in their homes, but others, their guests will be spread out, and just tuning in from their own homes. So that'll be fun. We have a couples ticket this year, which includes 2 nice bottles of wine and some complimentary Riedel glasses to go with that. And also we have individual tickets too. All of the participants can be involved with our auction. We have a great auction lined up with some beautiful items.
And it's a silent auction where people can go online and bid?
That's right. It'll be all silent auction, all online. One Cause is doing that for us. You might know them as Bid Pal. Yeah. And so they're doing that. And our vintners donated some beautiful wines. I mean, if you're a wine lover, we're going to have a great auction. There'll be lots of packages available. We have some travel packages, golf packages to Scottsdale and Dismal River, and we have a Broadway and Chicago package that we'll be auctioning off. So yeah, it's going to be really fun. We want a lot of people to come on board, and it's all for a very good cause.
Yeah. And I just love how so many organizations like yourself, they just how you have used the word pivot to not say we're not going to do the event, but this is how we're doing it differently. And, and hopefully next year we can all be together, but this is great. How much fun. So where can we buy tickets at? Because I'm actually want to go get one.
Right.
Get off this.
It's, we have, I think that you have our link for our website that you will maybe display.
Yep. It's going to be at the, it should be at the bottom of the screen.
Perfect. Yeah. They can go there and find tickets there on sale. And, we hope that everyone will, participate. I think they'll have a lot of fun. It'll be a really good time.
Yeah.
And then Vin, Nebraska does, they hopefully we're all past this pandemic and in a safe place. And next year they've already chosen their partner will be the Stevens Center. So all the proceeds from their 2-night event will be benefit the Stevens Center next year. So some of the people from their board have actually been shadowing us throughout this entire process.
Yeah.
It was really different this year. There was a bit of a learning curve, but we've made it through it, and it's coming along very well. So
Absolutely. Well, I encourage everybody. I mean, this just sounds so wonderful, and I love being able to how you're engaging people, even though it's a virtual event. I mean, bravo. So again, I look forward to getting a ticket and being a part of this virtual event, Kathy.
fantastic. I think you'll really enjoy it.
Yeah. So thank you so much for joining me today, and I look forward to talking to you in the future.
Yes, thanks. I always enjoy visiting with you, Andy. Thanks very much.
You're welcome.
Okay.
And folks, we'll be right back. Well, I am so excited to have Marjorie Moss. She is the executive director of Share Omaha. Been on here on the show many times. And Marjorie, it's so good to see you.
It is wonderful to see you, and wonderful that the sunshine is out and it feels like spring.
I know. And exciting things coming in April. We have Do Good Week. That's today. It's a week. So let's just dive in and talk about that.
Well, we are under the belief that what if support added up to dollars and more? What if, and we know, looking at the Omaha Metro Council Bluffs community, that our community shows up in volunteerism, shopping in-kind durable gifts, and cash. And so we wanted a chance to really showcase what Share Omaha is able to do through our website, shareomaha.org, through a cadence of days, April 19th through the 24th.
Yeah. And so I'm excited because I've been looking at the website, and again, not getting too much into the background, but Omaha Gives, that's no longer. Is this something that kind of takes the place of that, or is this one piece of it? I just want to say.
Well, I will tell you that we are big lovers of Omaha Gives and all it represented for the last 8 years.
Yeah.
And what we wanted is that same creativity and energy that people saw on that singular day to really be captured in a week-long celebration that amplified all the manner in which you could affect a nonprofit organization. So we do have 2 days devoted to cash, and I'll lead you through the week. So Mission Monday is April 19th, and that's a day for nonprofits to tell their stories. Tuesday is New Donor Tuesday. Make a gift to an organization you maybe just found out about or have not given a gift to in the years prior. Which Wednesday is about in-kind items. Thursday is to sign up for a new volunteer commitment or celebrate your volunteerism. And then Fund It Friday is the closest day to Omaha Gives. That's a day to give all the cash you can. Every donation counts. Every dollar counts towards those nonprofits. And then on Celebration Saturday, we get to celebrate a prize pool for nonprofits given to us by our presenting sponsor, FNBO, Omaha, Potawatomi County Community Foundation, and Omaha Steaks. So we're so great for those big sponsors, and Omaha Community Foundation that's come along as a sponsor of this whole campaign.
Yeah, that is so fun. I mean, because I love how you just invite people to do something different each day. And where they can think about that, and giving to an organization that you've never given to before, volunteering your time. So how can people, what do people need to do? What action can they take? Can they take any action right now?
Well, first off, it's time to, you can do good every day at shareomaha.org. You can really do something positive any day. But right now is the time to really go on to shareomaha.org and do some research and figure out who's participating in the day, who's putting forth goals to the community, and really getting behind organizations that scratch that itch for yourself in the community of what you want to impact. And we want to sustain nonprofits through what they've been through with COVID-19. So to show them what we all can give and when we are and what we're able to give will help those causes that we want to see succeed on the other end of this pandemic.
Yeah. So can you give any tips to people? We've got a couple minutes left. Any tips to people, like if they are wanting to donate to somebody new, you know, again, you've got, how many nonprofits do you have on your website now?
Oh my gosh, over 560.
Okay, I was going to say over 500, which is amazing, which is so awesome. To really look at, you know, what maybe is they're passionate about, that's in their heart, where they can kind of separate, you know, this is what I love, animals, or I love children, or I love the arts.
Exactly. Or I care about aging populations, or I care about veterans. There are filters for each of those people groups and animals and the environment, but also you can filter all through causes A through Z. So if there's a certain disease state that you care about, or you want to care about poverty elimination, or you want to care about domestic violence prevention, all of those things are listed in our cause filter. So you can really find the organizations that have raised their hand related to those issues and those filters. But I'll also tell you that we want every organization to feel a boost on Do Good Week, no matter if they're a member or not. So know that your alma mater, your church, your club, they are probably not on shareomaha.org, but feel free, if you would support them on such a campaign, do so. Make sure they feel a boost that day. But if there's something that's new to you, or a cause that's based on community-wide support, that's really who you're going to find on shareomaha.org. And like I said, the website is super simple to figure out what nonprofit you care about. Right. You go into the website, it says find nonprofits, it says volunteer, shop for good, and there's a running calendar of events. And you can easily find those nonprofits, like I said, that are addressing that thing that is in the back of your mind that you can't turn off when you turn off the news at night, when you are done scrolling on Facebook. We want you to be able to address those issues, and those community-based causes are what's represented on Share.
Yeah. And and I just so appreciate what you guys do, and how people can really give back to the organizations they care about. So, but we are out of time. So website again,
shareomaha.org. Think about those nonprofit causes that matter to you. That'll be great.
Okay. Marjorie, thank you so much for joining me today. And I know we'll have you back on soon. So
thank you. Have a Do Good Week.
Yep. Thanks. Thank you, everybody, for joining me today. And I just want to remind you, our current issue celebrating our healthcare heroes here in the Omaha Council Bluffs area is online. You can view it online. And also our giving guide, our spring edition, is also available to view online at spiritofomaha.com. And I will see you back here next week.